Hey, what's going on? So it's on another project, and had many since I did the BMW X5. Just haven't recorded anything. All right, so I'm working on a project that I acquired, and this is a H3 Hummer. Let me step back and see it. You know, got a pretty decent winch on there. I looked at this winch. I think this winch goes for about $2 grand, $2 or $3 grand. So you know, the whole thing I purchased for about two grand, and it came with a turbo as well. And I just started dismantling the turbo. Let me just move this thing out the way. I started dismantling that thing, and you know, the previous owner said it worked fine. I guess the engine seized up. So what I'm doing now is just taking it apart. I got another engine for it. Paid $600 for the engine, and it's in the back of this thing here. And yeah, I'm gonna take off the valve cover gasket and see what the timing chain looks like, because it's definitely not seized, but when I try to rotate it by hand, it's pretty stiff. So all that being said, I'm just, you know, periodically show some show some dismantling of the engine. Hopefully I'm gonna try to get in there, and if the timing chain isn't, hopefully it's jammed up somehow. This is a non-interference engine, which is a good thing, but like I said, it's real hard to turn by hand. So I'm just gonna give you some quick updates from here on out, and you know, I may just have to put that engine in and go from there. This engine that I purchased has 130,000 miles on it, and I got it for $600 at a local yard of mine. All right, so with that, I'm gonna see how this works out. Keep you posted. All right, just coming back, just give you a quick update on the Hummer project. Pretty much got this thing ready to be pulled. Everything's disconnected. Took the valve cover off and just wanted to check it out to see what the situation was under here. And this thing's been burnt up to shreds, man. They burnt this motor to pieces. All right, so I have this turbo over here, or turbo or supercharger, whatever it's fucking called. I'm trying to debate if I should still use it. Not too sure. Doesn't look too good. I mean, it looks good. The previous owner said it ran, you know, well. It was running fine, but the engine just kind of got shot to shit, you know. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna pull the whole motor, and I got it listed online. Somebody wants to come fuck around with it, you know, sell it for a couple bucks or whatever. But that's the deal. So I'm about to pull this thing out of here, get the hoist ready, get everything squared, and keep you guys posted on this project. All right, so I'm back at it. Another night. I'm about to drop the engine in. I'll give you a look what's going on here. All right, so there's the engine. I think it's 120, approximately 120 on it. I'm gonna go with that supercharger. I'm gonna try to put it on there and see what it does for me. You know, just gamble with it. You know, everything was cheap enough, so I figured why not give it a shot. You know, shout out to my man Tom out in Pennsylvania, who sent me the manual for the supercharger and the instruction manual and install manual. You know, so shout out to Tom out in Pennsylvania, good guy. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go through it. You know, I had to buy a new manifold because the other one was cracked to hell. Let me see here. This thing was cracked. I mean, it was pretty much shattered. Everywhere you turn, there was a crack in it. So that'll probably be getting sold for the cat itself. And yeah, so I'm just gonna lift it up, put it in, and see how much progress I can make tonight. It's probably about 11:30 p.m. Yeah, I'll probably work till about 4 or 5 a.m. All right, guys. So I'll keep you posted on the install, the build, and see how this thing turns out. All right. All right, back on the project. I just finished up. The engine's in. The supercharger's in. And I'm about to do the first startup now. So I don't know what the deal is with this thing, or if the supercharger is gonna blow up or whatever. But I will say this though, I want to give a shout out to my man Tom out in I believe it's in Philadelphia or somewhere in that region. He sent me the actual manual, and a quick story about that is Tom had at one point had one on his vehicle and decided to sell it, and from a post that was a post that he posted on selling his supercharger, he had left his number. Now I think this was 2009, maybe 2010, and I just said to myself, you know what, let me give him a call and, you know, see what he can tell me about this thing, because I'm not a supercharger guy. I know nothing about this stuff. And sure as shit, he responded, you know. So we went back and forth, and you know, he kind of convinced me, give it a shot. So I did. So this one goes out to you, Tom. And so I'm gonna set the camera up and get in there and turn it over and see how it goes. Let me see if I can prop this camera up somehow. If I can find the damn key for this thing as well. Just bear with me, fellas. Bear with me. I want to be able to get. All right, I should do it. It's 3 a.m. right now, so I've been kind of going at this thing all day for a while. Got to be finishing everything up, so once again we'll see how it goes. Start this baby up. It's running. It's running. Sounds pretty damn good. And I stand corrected. The engine has 131,000 miles on it. The engine was 131,000 miles. I went and checked the paperwork. And so this is it. This is it. This is it. Yeah, so I decided to go with the Royal Purple Oil. I just never, gave that a shot. Reading a lot about it, keeps the engine clean. So once again, this is the Hummer H3 project, and I say outside of a little bit of rust work, I'll say this one's a score. It has a winch on there with the air compressor. It has the lights, which, keep in mind, can't really see it, but I'll give you another view in the morning. Like I said, I'm about to hit the hay, but we'll talk a little bit more about the features of this thing. And I hope you fellas enjoyed the tour, if you will, and I'll see you on another project. All right.